Hey y'all, welcome to Crystal's Den. I'm Crystal and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Okay, thank you so much, for everyone's patience as I've been getting back into the groove. Thank you for the love that was shown on my last little minute-long video, just kind of explaining why I hadn't been putting content out as of recent. I appreciate y'all just being patient with me, and yeah, I really appreciate it. So thank you. I'm back. I'm feeling a little better, and I'm just kind of like getting everything together slowly but surely. Thank you to those who watched my garden tour video. In that video, I kind of showed you all what I've been growing, how I set up my garden. If you haven't watched it yet, I'll link it below, and I'll also put it up here so you can check it out. But yeah, thank you for watching that. And also shout out to my new subscribers. Hey y'all. I am like, some of y'all are from like, here in the States, but then some of y'all are from like Denmark and England and Germany. I'm like, wow, like y'all are really out here. So thank you for, again, subscribing and joining me on this journey. If you came recently, I've had a little bump, but we smoothed it out. So thank y'all again, for all of that. And yeah, so today I just wanted to talk about some challenges that I've been facing this season during gardening. It's been a little rough, and the challenges that I'm having are very common ones, but like they're serious if you don't really take advantage, like if you don't really like get a handle on them, So the first challenge I've been facing, and I'm not even gonna harp on it too much because it's like it is what it is at this point, is I just bought shitty soil. It's not necessarily shitty soil, it's just it's not good soil to grow throughout the season. And so I went ahead and bought this new soil thinking that I could use it from seed to harvest. That was not the case. I'd even asked the nursery guy there, I was like, is this good to grow like vegetables and stuff in throughout the whole season? He said yes. He said he uses it to grow. I don't believe him because I have about 4 pallets out there that has this stuff in it, and like the growth is slow as all hell. And when I compare them to like the stuff I'm growing in the ground, or to 2 other beds where I use my usual soil that I used all last year called baaaack, that's pretty good soil. Those beds are growing like I was about to say viciously. They're growing exponentially faster than the other 4 that have the like not so good soil. So yeah, right now, there's the fruits of your labor. I'm seeing the blunders of my labor. And I like salty them at the nursery guy for telling me that it was okay. Kind of a rookie move, but hey, I'm still a rookie in my opinion. So I'm still learning, but yeah, so just make sure you like check the soil wherever you're buying it. Make sure it's okay to grow like throughout the whole season if you're doing like container gardening or like raised beds. Make sure the soil will like actually like sustain your crops. What I've had to do is amend the soil, meaning add nutrients to it to kind of help with the growth. So I've been adding compost, I've added manure, I've added like other like in-ground soil to like add to like kind of like mix in with the shitty soil that I have, and I've been adding like plant food and stuff, so that has helped. I am still seeing stuff grow in them. Just check your soils, make sure it can sustain your crops, so that they can grow throughout the whole season. Do a little research and call your local extension, so the office where your local like agriculture office where they can talk to you about this stuff. Call them and be like, hey, is this soil good to grow in? And they can tell you. If I had called them, they would have told me don't use that, just use the other stuff. But hey, we live and learn, we grow and learn. So yeah, the shitty soil, but it's okay. Okay, moving on. I said I wasn't gonna harp on that, and I kind of did, so let's move on. And yeah, overcrowding. So the overcrowding just kind of comes down to me like not trusting myself in the beginning and not trusting the process. So overcrowding, what I mean by that is just planning stuff too close together. I've been planning things really close, and like at the beginning when I planted stuff, when you look at it, it looks really small, so you're like, oh, it's okay to like put stuff like I have so much dirt, let me just use up all the space. But then the stuff is gonna grow, because that's the point of gardening. Things will grow, and like I need to just trust myself that like I know what I'm doing, so my crops are gonna grow, and I need to give them that space and honor them and give them like the room to grow, literally. And I'm not doing that at the beginning. I overcrowded a lot, and now I'm seeing the blunders of my labor, because now like you just have some like beds of stuff. Like I have different plants covering other ones, so where they can't get sun. I have different plants that are just too close to each other, so they're like touching each other too much. So the air circulation is not good. Again, it's just that trusting yourself, like in me, and something I'm learning, just to trust myself more and like not plant stuff so close initially, but give them that room so that they're not competing for resources and they're not just like all touching each other, and they have that room to grow. So it's okay. We grow and we learn. So yeah, that overcrowding has been the second challenge. And then mulching, and also not mulching. So mulch is good because it retains soil. It retains moisture in the soil, so you don't have to water as much. It also suppresses weeds. Okay, so those like the big two things mulch is known for. It also just makes like your area look a little nicer and neater. And like it also is, and again, that retaining the moisture is good for like flooding. We had some like flooding a while back, and my areas that were mulched, they did way better than the areas that weren't mulched. So, but the issue that I've been having is that I have mulched areas, but the thing about mulch is, it's usually the mulch that you see is like the shredded trees. I got a big pile of it, so I did this service called Chip Drop. I'll put the link below. Chip Drop is essentially a service where they line up with arborists, and basically like people can order a truckload of mulch. So if you all see like sometimes tree cutting services, they have that big truck. A lot of times they'll just go and throw it away, but people can sign up and get the pile and use it as mulch. And so I've done that twice. The first pile was great. So I should mention, it's free to do, but you can pay $20 to offset the cost for the arborist and get it a little quicker. And so what they'll come, they literally will drop it off in front of your house. I'll show y'all like what that looked like for me. And yeah, so I got 2 piles of it. The first pile was great, no like weird moldy stuff. The second pile was not so great. It had like weird moldiness from like trees and stuff, and it's not that good. So I was mainly using it for like the walkways and not like in the beds, because I didn't want them to mess up the plants. Anyway, so I've been putting the mulch like in my walkways. I initially put down cardboard, and then I put the mulch down in the walkways, as I'll show you. Okay, so this is why I've been having issues, is because I put the mulch in the walkways and stuff. I put like big piles of it, right? Like a couple months ago. But because it's organic matter, it's gonna break down. And so it's breaking down, and like weeds and grass and shit is starting to come up a little bit more. So that's kind of like the issue, is you have to kind of like keep reapplying it. If you have to it seems you have to keep reapplying it, in the beds, or just like putting like, it has to be like this tall, it seems like. I was putting about like this much mulch, but because it breaks down, and then like the stuff is like, oh shit, we can come up, ugh. Anyway, sorry, I'm kind of going all over the place with this mulch thing, but the challenge is just like adding enough to where weeds won't come, and then putting them in the beds to where like grass, because right now there's just grass and stuff growing in the beds with the vegetables, and they're competing for resources. That's why I say the challenge has been mulching, but also not mulching, because like mulching is a lot of work, but then also not mulching, it makes more work, and leads to the 4th challenge that I want to talk about, which is weed control. And that one I won't harp on too much, because I talked about it a little bit with the mulching, but I just have weeds everywhere, like growing up through the beds, because I didn't mulch. And then like because the mulch is breaking down, it's growing, like grass is starting to grow again. And so now I'm like, I have to think about if I want to like do like a spray to like spray and kill the weeds, but I don't want to use like a bad spray. I want to do like a homemade one, but you can only do it when the temperature's not so hot, and it's been hot. So, or I can just go out there and pick them, but you do that really early in the morning or like in the evening, because again, it's been hot. I don't want to be out there when I can't do it. I don't know about y'all, but I just can't do it. So yeah, and it's just like, dedicating the time to do that. So make sure that you're like stopping the weeds in the first place. Put that cardboard down, put down some really good mulch on top, enough mulch to keep the weeds away so you don't have to deal with that. And let me just show y'all. Here, let's just go outside and I'll continue that. This is one of my bad soil beds. So like when you look at my other beds, so like all of these, for example, they're like a nice luscious, I can't say it, look to them. They're a little hot right now, so they're looking a little, struggly, but they're generally okay. Well, these ones aren't growing as quickly as you can see. There's like, the romaine's growing okay, but it's not growing big. And then I have a lot of yellowing on my squashes, but this one also, and this one, and that one over there, I'll go up to there. But these are the ones with the bad soil. So if you know me, feel free to text me and I'll tell you like what kind of soil it was. Or like if you don't, like just DM me on like Twitter or Instagram. This bed's doing better actually, despite it not having the best soil. But I think it's because it was put down first, like one of the first to be put down, and so it's had time to like establish itself into the earth, which I think is giving it more stability. So that's why we're seeing a lot of good growth. I took off some cucumbers today, and there's a bunch of tomatoes, as you can see. So, and all these are like, they're all just kind of like wild. It's so wild over here, y'all. Okay, anyway. But yeah, like, but this is kind of overcrowding too. Like, what am I saying? Like, it's cute, but this is overcrowding central over here. Oh, hey, babe. I need to take you off probably. There's a bunch of them growing, y'all. Hey. Oh, there's like one over here. Yeah, right there. Hey. Yeah. Oh, hey. And then shit ton of tomatoes, like, everywhere. Hey, Basil. Okay, y'all, I was out here earlier when it was sunny, and this is way better. Fuck, get off of me. Shit. Okay. But yeah, like, I definitely overcrowded these. Like, even this, like, these tomatoes right here, I put, like, a basil in there, and a marigold. Whereas, like, this one over here. Hi, sunflowers. Hey. This one over here is like super big, and it has its own like plot in the palette. And so technically I didn't overcrowd it in the palette, but I kind of did, because like it's still next to all the other ones, and like these are technically 2 tomatoes that are in cages. I put cages up this year. Last year I didn't, but I put cages up this year, and they're still like wild. Like this one, oh god, hold on. You just been through it, mama, haven't you? She been through it. She's just in a tire by herself. I had some onions in there, but she overtook the onions. So, but she's still growing. Y'all see them lemon boys on her. Okay, but yeah, I definitely next year want to space these out more, just so that they can have more room to grow. Like, this overcrowding thing that I do is, again, it goes back to not trusting myself and not trusting their process, their growth process. So I really want to do better with that. But yeah, so I kind of put 2 in 1, but and this bed's struggling kind of right now. I had a pumpkin in here. The pumpkin died. This squash is all yellow. Don't know what's wrong with it. This one is struggling too. I think it has some type of disease, or it just needs some like food. So I'm gonna do that in the morning. I plan on doing some TLC up in here tomorrow. Oh, look at the echinacea. Yes. But yeah, so some other overcrowding that happened over here. I had to take up a bunch of zucchini that was bad and a squash that was bad. So now it's just mainly corn. And that corn is doing its thing. I'm excited to try it. And we already got some little little flaggy flags coming. So we in here. So mulching and weeds. So those kind of go hand in hand. Like, if you see right here, I had a shit ton of mulch here. It had been probably yay high. Now it's all to the ground and the grass is starting to come up. So I'm going to have to like do something about this grass. Even over here, I'm realizing, fuck, it's bad over here. Yeah, like even over here. Like I just harvested these potatoes and the grass is already starting to grow up in here. We ain't having that. Oop, another overcrowder. It's a bunch of catnip. But look, lavender underneath. It's overtaking it. And these are actually not companions, but they accidentally got mixed together. And I don't have the heart to take them out. But yeah, I'm going to have to add more mulch here because this is also yay high. Got depleted and the grass is just growing. Y'all, look, we have these weeds over here with the potatoes. Jesus Christ. Y'all, these potatoes may not make it. My other ones made it, but these ones, I don't know. Lord have mercy. Ooh, well, the marigolds, they doing okay. Yeah. And this is the other corn. Yes. Hey. Yes. Oh. We excited. These are planted after though, so they're gonna get their stuff later. But yeah, y'all, so even though, I mean, it still looks great in here, but I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of, like, Kylie put it best in terms of, like raging against the weeds, you know, like, I gotta get every single one, and, like, not doing that, so shout out to her for, like, that analogy, and, like, because, like, that, I can definitely, like, rage against the shits, but I don't want to do that. I just want to, like, go after, you know, like, first go after the beds, get those de-weeded, and then worry about, like, this other grassy areas. But it'll be okay. It's just a lot of work, and I'm like, fuck. That's really what it comes down to. Hey. All right, y'all. So, thank you for watching. I hope that some of the challenges I shared are some you can avoid, and yeah, I will see you soon with some more great garden content. This has been Crystal's Den. Thank you for growing, exploring, and doing the goddamn thing with me. And I can't wait to do it with you next time. I did that different than I usually do. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.